So in SAP, there are so many modules. Okay, broadly we can classify our modules into two categories. Functional modules and technical modules. So not only SAP, any technology, any ERP, so they have functional modules and technical modules. But maybe compared to other ERPs, so SAP having their own inbuilt to functional and technical module. So whereas other ERPs like Oracle, okay, so Microsoft Dynamics, so other ERPs is there. So maybe they don't have inbuilt to modules. So they are going to integrate with the external modules. But whereas SAP, most of the submodules, it is inbuilt to SAP delivered products. So it is more having the integration. So broadly, we can categorize our SAP modules, functional modules and technical modules. So what is mean by functional modules? Any idea? What is my by functional module? Means functionality. Okay. So every business, they are going to do the different functionalities. Day to day, they are going to perform the different functionalities. So those functionalities we want to track day-to-day basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. Some of the reports, some of the information business want to daily basis, some of the information weekly. Okay. Some of the things it is mandatory for month-ending activities like GST, tax, TDS, reports. Okay. So these are the business functions. Whatever business functions we are going to do day to day, front-end business users. So we are going to track those information in SAP. So those activities we can call it as whatever activities we are performing. So for that SAP, we have each functionality wise one module that is called as a functional modules. Technical module means whatever functionalities we are able to get in front end. So back end it is going to help. Okay, to perform these all functionalities, business front end. So back end it is going to help. Okay. So every technology is running back end through programs, right? Any technology, it can be SAP, Oracle, okay, even our mobiles also. MS Office, MS Word, whatever technologies we are using. So every technology backend it is running the programs. Suppose something I'm going to maintain here Excel, I'm going to save the data. So whenever I want to see this information, we can able to get from the system, right? So we can use here some name conversion search options. Okay, we can able to get, right? Means whatever information, this is the front end information we are going to enter in Excel or Word, any technology, not only this MS Office. So the data it is going to store back end, right? So how it is going to store? So we can map some specific drives, right? So these all are backend, it is running programs. Even your mobile data also, you are going to save some contact numbers. Backend, it will store into the database. Then whenever you want to see any particular contact, so if you enter some keywords, we can able to get the data, right? Okay, again. So whenever something you're saving the data, it is going to store into the database. As well as whenever you want to get the data, means present the data. So again, these programs is going to help to store the data in specific database. It is going to help the programs, and as well as when you want to get the information, means we want to present. So it is going to help the programs. Okay. So like every technology, they are going to use their own programming. Nothing but coding. So different terminologies you can use. So there are so many coding modules like in market to C++, Java, Python, okay, XML, so many technologies, so many programming modules is available. But whereas SAP, so we have our own coding language, that is ABAP programming. Okay. So if you take any other ERPs, okay, maybe they are going to depend on the different programming languages, C or Java, Python. But whereas SAP, we no need to depend on any other external programming language. SAP, we have the inbuilt language, that is ABAP programming. Okay. Similarly, we have another module, basis. It is security module. Okay. Every technology we requires security. Suppose whatever data we are going to save. So through programming, it is going to save into the database. Okay. So the database security kind of things is going to take care by the basis team. Okay. So anyone working in SAP platform? In AP process, AR process, invoicing or payment, any SAP platform you are working? Anyone? In this group? No one is working?
No, sir.
Sir, I am working, sir.
Yeah. So generally here, so basis team is going to take care more about securities. So security means, so whatever data is going to store, it is going to store into the database. So database, any external threats is there. So they are going to maintain the securities, and also they are going to copy the data backup one system to another system. So any thing is happened suddenly, something is going to happen, crash the system, right? So we should have the backup, right? So backup kind of things, and any new technologies is coming to market. So every technology, so every day we are seeing the some updates. Even if you see our mobile also, every day we are getting the so many notifications, right? So in our mobile, so many applications is there, different applications like Phone Pay, Google Pay, WhatsApp, Facebook. We are seeing so many, right? In YouTube. So every day we are getting some notifications. This is small software, small apps. Okay. So Phone Pay or Google Pay, WhatsApp, they are going to do the some day-to-day some developments. So whenever they are going to do the development, so they will give notification in our mobile. So if you want, you can update, or else we can ignore, right? Similarly in SAP also, every day, so backend, so much R&D is going on. Okay, maybe in terms of new features or in terms of any existing feature, any drawbacks is there. Okay, every software, when they develop something, they have drawbacks, right? So customers, they are going to raise the query. So they are going to analyze why this query is occurring. If any repeated query is occurring, they are going to do the deep analysis, and they are going to provide the updated solutions. Okay, in existing functionality, any loopholes is there, drawbacks is there, they are going to update the solution, and as well as any new features. Market every day, every business, so they are looking something new. Okay, so this kind of solutions, so 24/7 SAP is doing the R&D. So not only technology, maybe everyone aware this word R&D, research and development, especially people aware, you can hear this word in pharma industry, right? So every day market, different diseases is coming. They are going to do the different molecule R&D. Okay, they are going to provide some new solution. Now we can see last 2 years, everyone aware. Maybe earlier some people aware, some people not aware, right? So due to COVID, everyone knows, okay, so many companies, they started R&D, development of vaccination. Again, some new variants is coming. Again, they are going to do the R&D, whether the existing vaccination is sufficient to cure this disease, or any new vaccination is required. Like every industry, they are going to do the keep on R&D. Okay. So technology also, so backend SAP is going to do the R&D, research and development. Okay, so existing process simplified, or any new features is looking in market. Okay, existing functionalities, any drawbacks is there. So altogether, SAP is going to do the keep on R&D. So suppose any new solutions provided by SAP, then how it is going to update in our system. So whatever client using SAP, so we have to update to those new functionalities in our system, right? So who will take care? Okay. Who will take care? Take care by the basis team, technical team, security team. Okay. So and any backup. Okay, data backup, security, technical updates, security. Security means here, so in terms of software security and as well as so authorizations. If you see some applications when you are doing operation, okay, so some application we have complete authorization. Some applications we can see the disable mode, right? Disable mode or something. If we are trying to enter that to even Google, also we are trying to search some sites. Okay, so we'll get the message you are not authorized, right? Like in SAP also, so many functionalities is there. Okay, so different people are working in the different roles. Okay, so one person should not disturb any other person roles. Suppose invoicing team is there, so in AP process, so invoice team is there, big organizations. So we have invoice team as well as we have payment team. Okay, so invoicing team, they have some set of roles. So these people not having the authorization or not responsible for the any payments. If you don't have the control, then by mistake or something, someone trying to do some manipulations, right? So we are seeing, so sometimes some fraud also is going to happen. So how we can avoid this fraud, all those things? If we have the restriction through system, physical monitoring is very difficult, right, everyone? If you go to banking sector also, so junior level, senior level, top level management having the different authorization controls, right? Amount limits, in terms of amount limits or any loan sanctionation, right? So junior level, if you have everything authorization, they can approve the loan, right? The known person is applied for the loan, he is not getting proper salary, don't have proper credit score, simply his known friend or relative, he can approve the loan, right? So whatever application they developed for loan process, okay, they have certain people having the authorization to approve the loan. Then only banker is going to transfer the funds. So this kind of operations, every industry is there, every software is there. So similarly, so invoicing team simply should not go on to do the any payments. Okay, in case by mistake also, not wantedly, sometimes maybe by mistake also possibility is there, right? So even by mistake also, invoicing team or any other team should not do the any payments to any vendor. Then how we can do the control? So through basis team, basis model, people is going to give the authorizations. Authorization control. So they will give the whoever working in this process, everyone they are going to log into system with their own user ID, right? So backend that user IDs, they will mention the authorization controls. Okay, so who is going to take care of these authorization controls? Basis team. So business will request to this team. Okay, these are my invoicing team. So here we need to give the some 10 objects authorization. Okay, so payment team, so they are going to do some set of objects. Only they should able to do this activities authorization. And also especially if you see Any organization, HR data is more confidential, right? So in FI finance team, AP team, AR team, asset team, so many people are working. So similarly, in every organization, we have the HR. So HR data is more confidential, right? HR information, their salary, basic salary, packages, all those things. Simply, it should not be visible to everyone. Okay. So then how we can bring the control? So in my organization, 100 people are working. Okay. So only HR part is working 5 people. Okay. These people only eligible to means authorization to see the HR data, and these people are having the authorization to run the payroll in month ending. If everyone having the authorization to view the data, HR data, and to have the authorization to run the payroll, whatever day I want, I can go and run, right? Then I will tell later, by mistake, I did this. Then who is the responsible? If I tell simply, by mistake, I did, then whose funds it is transferred to? Someone is changed one employee, particular employee base salary. Suppose 5 lakhs is salary. If we have the authorization, other team, they can go on to change into 10 lakhs. And if you run month ending salary, it will goes to employee account, right? Because of company bank account having the huge funds. Okay, system will run the pay. So to avoid this kind of challenges between other modules, so how we can bring all these controls? So AP team should not touch AR process, or should not touch especially HR process. These all are controls we can bring through security. So who is going to handle all these things? Basis team. Okay. So functionality, I know which are the people are working, which areas, which are the object need to have the authorization, but how to bring the control, all those things, it is not my finance job. As a finance consultant, so I'm not going to do this all back-end things, technical things. Okay, so we have separate team for that. So basis team is going to take care. Okay, like we have other modules. AR module is there. Okay, so fixed asset module is there, costing module is there, and core module is our GL reconciliation. Okay, so different modules, different people are working. So we have the set of objects authorization. Everyone should not having the all objects authorization. So if you have like this, then it is a big problem. There is no control. Okay. So on technical updates, just now I told. So every technology, every day they are come up with some new updates. Can be existing functionalities, some drawbacks they are going to rectify, or some new functionalities they are going to give the new features. So basis team only they are going to update. So that is called as a something like maybe you people are seeing somewhere these words, versions, right? Every technology we are seeing. So even training also, when you go to training also, so we are going to ask, some people already aware some SAP, about SAP, some people don't know. So when you go for any course inquiry, they are going to tell. So these are the updated version we are going to cover. Okay, these are the advantages in this version. Okay, similarly, this is going to happen in organization also. First, business is going to update the version, then only that version it comes to outside market to learn, right? So already this versions is given by SAP. Already some business is updated that versions. Okay, so if you're having the good features, every company, every organization trying to migrate this to updated version. Then as well as, so we are going for training, those people we are going to learn the updated versions. And also we have to learn the what is the difference between old version and new version. Okay. So anyone aware SAP, what are the versions we have and which version we are going to learn? Any idea, anyone? Maybe when I got the calls from some people, so few people raise the queries. Anyone have any idea about SAP versions? Okay. So S/4HANA is the latest version, updated version. Okay. And old version is SAP ECC version. Okay, we'll discuss in detail. Okay, just I am trying to give some idea about what is mean by version. Some people are already aware. Even if you see other technologies also, Oracle, 11G, 12G, okay, like even our networks also, we are seeing that every day, 4G network, 3G network, 5G network, okay, like updates, every technology, so every business process, some updates is there. That is, they are going to mention different naming conversion. So, but overall, technically, we can call it as a versions. Okay. So in SAP also, HANA also, again, there are so many updated versions, or we can say updated packages. Okay. SAP ECC, there are so many updated packages. Even HANA also, you can see there are so many updated packages. Latest version is HANA 2020. So market to already 1909, so many people are using. So HANA, it is started journey versions from 1503 version. Okay, under S4 HANA, so the updated packages, so SAP is released every 6 months to 1 year. So they are released some updated versions. So it is started from journey SAP S4 HANA 1509. Now 2020 version is going on in the market. So in between there are so many updated versions. So we have 1511, okay, 1611 and 1709, 1809. Like there are so many updated versions came. So if you observe this code, some logic is there. So any idea? The first 2 digit, it is going to indicate year. Which year SAP is released that version. The next 2 digit, it is going to indicate so month, in that particular month and year. So this update is released. So like that, HANA, they are going to follow the version codes. Okay. So already 2020 also released. Maybe another, I heard 2021 also released. So this is released in last November 2020. So one of the projects just we updated the version, but after that I did not work. But so I worked till 1909 version. Even I given the train to our people this updated version 1909, 2 batches I given the training as well as. So part of our course I'm going to cover both ECC version and as well as HANA. Okay, so HANA, we can see some 20% of new things. Okay, so remaining 80 things is old only. There is no much difference. Okay, so generally some people are going to ask when you come for the inquiry or demo sessions. So I want to learn HANA. Straight away HANA we cannot learn. So HANA is nothing but so updated version of our ECC. Okay, here we can see the advanced features. So it is very difficult to understand the advanced features straight away. Okay, so that generally I'm going to cover first ECC version and then HANA version. So when you go to HANA version, we can discuss like what are the old and what is new, what are the simplified things and what are the new features is given in HANA. Like that we can cover. Otherwise, if I go directly, I cannot tell much difference between old version. Okay, so everyone is getting. So if I go to directly HANA version, so I cannot discuss much about what is the difference between old and new. When you go to interview also, everyone is going to ask this kind of questions only. Okay, tell me what is the difference. First, they will ask this question. And also real time, we are going to update our resume as experience, right? When you go to interview, first they will ask this kind of questions only, high level questions. If you're able to tell at least few features, then they come to know, okay, this guy is work really. Otherwise, first step itself, they come to know you are fake guy. Okay, some people go further, more detail, or for some people, they will close the interview sessions. And also, I observed even recently, So our people, so many people got jobs, and we are updating resume, right? And still some clients is using the old version of SAP. If I go to interview, if I know the only updated version, if I go to interview, so any project if they have the requirement old version of SAP, means they are using still old version of SAP, then definitely they are looking for old features only, right? If I tell no, I don't know old features, I know only new features, then you are not suitable for that job, right? So like that, we'll miss the some of the opportunities. If you have the both knowledge, then your profile is suitable for both projects. Okay, so maybe sometimes we can see right now whatever projects I'm going to interview, so they are using this ECC version. Maybe another 3 months, 6 months, they are planning to go for the updated version. Then in this case, definitely they are looking your knowledge both versions, right? Okay, so like that. So I have planned to cover the both versions. Then it is more easy to get the jobs. Your profile suitable for any technology, means both versions. Okay, and also why still some companies is using the old version, some companies already updated, so still 40 to 50% of the companies using the old version, and some companies already updated, means 50 more than 50% companies already migrated to HANA version. Then why still some companies are working in old version? Just now I told one general logic. So every day I'm getting the so many notifications in my mobile. Whether I want to update my application, my mobile phone or not, it is my wish. If really it is required those features for me every day, day-to-day operation, then I will update. I will migrate. Otherwise, why we need to update unnecessarily? Right? Or else you brought one mobile. Okay, so you spend some 15,000, 20,000 money, and next year again new mobile is coming. Simply I cannot go and buy the new mobile, right? Until you need this new updated version mobile, some features is there. If it is required really for your day-to-day operations, then you can go and buy a new mobile. Otherwise, you can continue with the old mobile, right? Unnecessarily, you cannot spend money, right? 20,000 or 30,000 money. Similarly, business also already they are using the version. So whatever features is there, they are already more comfort on that features. Okay, if any advanced features is there, if really it is required for the business, okay, then definitely they are trying to migrate to updated version. We have the features, but this organization not looking at features. Maybe some country specific features is there, or some domestic companies, they don't want all other features. Okay, so that time still they are continuing, because of otherwise if they want to migrate to this version, definitely it is additional cost for the organization, right? Simply SAP is not going to give the updated version SAP, right? So we have to pay some money, and also to migrate this version, so we need to work as a one small project. Okay, so it is additional cost for the organization. So for that, some companies still they're running the old version of SAP. Okay, so for that, our profile also, our knowledge also should have the both. Okay, so that still I am continuing the both version training. Okay, so ECC will spend more time because of 80% of the objects is same, and also learning stage initial version is better to understand the subject. Once you are clear with the basic subject, then we can focus on the advanced features. Okay, it is not much difficulty to understand the advanced features. Otherwise, straight away if you go this, and most of the people are freshers, it is more difficult to for them understanding. Okay, so this is technical modules. Okay, and also we'll discuss more later how this technical modules is going to help. Okay, so every technology they are going to provide standard SAP solutions. So means whatever operations we are doing through programming, it is going to store into the database, and whenever you are looking that particular information, again we'll get from the database through programming. Then what is the role of this ABAP consultant in our project? SAP standard solutions is there. All data functionalities it is storing and we are getting the information. Okay. Still, every project, so we need ABAP resource, we need basis resource. Because of something is not sufficient to SAP delivered standard solution. So we need to do our custom programming. Okay. So we have to develop some custom solutions. Means our own development, own coding. So as per my management requirement. Okay, it can be reports or it can be any controls. Okay, so we'll discuss after our functional modules. We discuss, right? Then something we'll discuss about to technical module. Then so every project too. So we require technical resource as well as programmer is required, mandatory, even though SAP standard solution so many is there. Okay, so every business is looking some custom solutions as per their business requirement. Okay, or as per their business requirement, some controls, additional controls they are looking. So we can bring through coding. We'll discuss few examples. We'll discuss when you will go for the ABAP. And what is our role? So this is technical module, right? Then we are going to learn, I will mention, wait for some time, I will mention functional modules. Then what is the functional module role or interaction between technical module? So he is the programmer. He know only technically how to write the code. Okay. And business requirement, some new business requirement, we are going to develop the code. So who will understand that business requirement apart from SAP standard? This is very technical. If business is going to explain, so this is my GL account, this is my vendor code, this is my customer code, this is my debit entry, this is my credit entry. Okay, this is my assets, liabilities, expense. He cannot understand, right? This accounting language is not able to understand the accounting requirement, right? Account terminologies. Business is going to explain, I want this, but he's not able to understand what business is telling. Then who is going to support to help? Our functional consultant. So our role is, our core module is FICO, right? So as a FICO consultant, I know what is accounting, what is debit, what is credit, what is vendor. Okay, what is the difference between P&L account, balance sheet account, how business is looking the reports, why SAP standard reports is not sufficient to them. Okay, we know. So in addition to that, business is looking some additional custom solutions. So for that, we are planning to custom development with the technical help. Okay, so here our role is the mediator between business and the technical team. Okay, we have to act as a mediator. So we have to understand the business requirement, then that requirement to we have to tell little bit technical way. When you are going to discuss with this team, so as a FICO consultant, okay, so we have to tell them little technical way, not business way. Okay, so those things also we need to learn as a part of our course. So before going to that, what we know first, what is SAP standard solutions, right? Then only we are thinking about custom solutions. Okay, so part of our course we learn all our standard SAP provided solutions. Then also we'll discuss end of the course. Okay, this is not sufficient to my business because of these reasons. So whatever projects I work do, okay, whatever custom development I work do, so I will explain those things. Then you will clear with, okay, so these are the cases we are going to interact with other SAP modules. Then how to interact. Okay, general terminology it is not sufficient to understand these people. So some technical way we have to explain them. So technical way means where this information is available, standard information. Okay, those standard information we want to present into different way. So for that we have to guide them. So this is my requirement. This all information already it is available in my standard database. Okay, you have to take the data from the standard database and you have to give the different dimension reports. Okay, so technically we'll discuss later. Just one word I am going to tell. Then, so what are the other functional modules is there? Functional module nothing but business functionalities. Day to day, every organization they are going to perform their business functionalities or business activities. So generally, every organization, what are the activities they are going to perform? Anyone, any idea? Every business, okay, they are going to perform daily their some set of activities, right? Daily activities, okay. End of the day, some reports, okay. Weekly, they are going to prepare some reports, and most of the reports it is mandatory in month ending. It can be management point of view, or it can be legal requirement. So tax report, GST report, TDS reports, these are the month ending is mandate, right? So like what are the functionalities which team is going to develop? So generally business point of view, we can call it as we have the different, every organization, we have the different departments, right? Each department, they are going to perform some set of activities. Okay. Like every organization, what are the departments we have? Purchase department is there, sales, HR, then any other departments? In other departments? Production, right? If you go to manufacturing industry, production is there. Again, if you go to service industry, there is no production activities, right? Quality. So this is depends on the industry, which project, which industry you are working, and the quality. Production, HR, sales, purchase, R&D. Okay, R&D department also is there. Okay, so these are the front-end activities: purchase, sales, HR, production, all this. And every activity, maybe few activities, there is no financial impact, but most of the activities, okay, these people are going to do some front-end operations, but the back end, it is going to impact to your finance, right? So here purchase team, what they are going to do, they are going to purchase something from the vendor. Then, so whether it can be service or it can be goods, right? So they can purchase service or they can purchase goods. They can purchase fixed assets. Okay, then that impact is there in your finance or not? So front end do the procurement activities take care by the purchase department. Then whatever activities they are going to perform, any financial impact is there. Okay, that is going to take care by which department? Finance department, right? Okay. And here also sales people, what they are going to do, they are going to sell the product. Okay, again here sales, it can be service, it can be goods, and very rare case it can be fixed asset. So generally, what is the use of, what is the functionality of fixed asset? So any asset we are going to buy for sale purpose, we are going to buy, or what purpose we are going to buy the fixed assets? Okay, long-term business usage, right? So fixed assets, what is the functionality of fixed asset? It is going to help to your business operation long-term indirectly, right? Your machinery, you are going to buy one machinery. So machinery is going to help to produce the some finished goods, right? Some finished products. So it is going to help 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years. Long term, that machinery is going to help to produce your finished goods, finished products. But over the period of time, this asset, fixed asset also, the value is going to reduce. Value is going to reduce, right? Over the period of time, can be 5 years span period of time or 10 years period of time. So end of the useful life of the asset. So the asset value is going to reduce. Value is going to reduce, right? So that is general terminology. So the same what we are going to consider the value reduction in accounting.
Depreciation.
Depreciation, right? So how the depreciation we are going to calculate? Okay, when we are going to calculate the depreciation, it is daily activity or month-ending activity or year-ending activity or end of the asset life. So that we'll discuss more detail in fixed asset module. Okay, so fixed assets, it is going to help to for business operation long-term basis, and over the period of time, these assets also is going to expect the life. Means value is going to reduce. So for that, what we are going to do, we are going to use the depreciation concept. Okay, and very rare case we are going to sell the assets, right? So when we are going to sell the assets, is there any case to sell the assets?
When it is of no use, not in a system to.
If machinery is not working condition, who is going to buy? I am ready to sell, but who is going to buy? No one is going to buy, right?
Scrap, so.
Scrap sale, maybe we will get some scrap sale, okay? But no one is going to buy that machinery for further operation purpose, okay? Sometimes we are going to sell this asset before useful life, means not end of the asset. So end of the useful life, the asset value is 0, then we are going to do the scrap. Okay, if the machinery asset life is 10 years, so end of the 10 years, your net book value is asset net book value is 0. So that time we are going to consider this as a scrap asset. We are going to do the scrapping. In case after 6 years, 7 years, or 8 years, okay, you are trying to sell this asset, means the time you have something value, right? This asset after 7 years, 8 years, I am trying to sell this asset, means we have some net book value of this asset. We are trying to sell. Why you are going to sell this asset?
Due to this upgrade technology.
Yes, I want to upgrade something. So suppose long back I purchased one machinery. Okay, those days market to okay, whatever capacity machines is there, I purchase. So we are using last 7 years, 8 years for our business operations. Now in market there are so many updated technologies came, means capacity of machines, capacity of motors. If I use this machinery, updated machinery, so many automations came. I can avoid labor hours, right? Some automations came, then we can avoid manual operations of machinery, right? So like that I can reduce my labor hours. So like that we can reduce the cost for the company. And also this updated machinery, it is more high capacity machinery. Okay, so we can able to pump or something high level. And also sometimes we are seeing, right, we are using this electrical bulbs or tubes. Compared to olden days, now we are going to use all smart kind of bulbs or tubes, right? So what they are going to promote is going to consume less power, right? Units of consume power is very less. So definitely we are going to switch to some updated tubes or something, right? This small example, like that every machinery, everywhere we are getting this kind of updates. Okay, if you see bore wells also, olden days we are going to use 100 feet of bore or 200 feet of bore. Nowadays even 1000 feet also, some areas there is no water. If you want to pump the water from 500 feet to 1000 feet, then definitely you have to use the updated motors and pumps, right? Similarly, business case also. Okay, if they want to increase their productivity, okay, and quality of work, some latest machineries, the quality of work is more, some finishing work is good, okay, it is more attractive for the customers, then definitely they are going to change the machineries. Okay, so these are the cases. These are the cases business want to migrate or upgrade some new machinery, new vehicle, okay, or new laptop, new desktop, new technology, like they are using Tally, okay, but they are trying to migrate to SAP or they are trying to migrate to Oracle. So like that, any asset, so any new features business want to get, then they are trying to sell the old assets. For that I mentioned here, the sale of asset is very rare case. This is not my regular business. Okay. So very rare case, we are going to sell the fixed asset. Then HR model. Again, what HR people are going to do? They are going to maintain employee database, right? They are going to maintain the employee database. So employee joining date, what is his basic salary, HRA, okay, and other so many components is there. So deduction part, PF, PT, TDS, okay, ESI, other deduction, these all are okay. The components they are going to specify front end in employee database, and they are going to run the month end. They are going to run the payroll. So when they are going to run the payroll, ABC employee, 50,000 is the salary, gross salary is 50, net salary is 45. So in that 2,000 is the PF, okay, 1,000 is the TDS, okay, PT is the 200. But these all economical values should flows to automatically your accounting, right? Ultimately, the values we have to capture to your accounting or not. Front end they are going to run the payroll, but back end the value should goes to your finance. Finance means nothing but accounting. Okay, so PF is the payable for the organization, right? So what is the HR role? They are going to specify the what is the PF amount for each employee, and they are going to run the payroll. Then that PF payable amount, PF is the payable amount for the organization, right? So how we want to post this into accounting? It is liability for the organization. Then we have to create one ledger account for that. Then TDS, PF, TDS, PT, and what is base salary. This all are should goes to automatically your accounting, right? So wherever financial impacting is there, our finance model is coming to picture, accounting. And the production also. So generally what we are going to do, we are going to do the production activities, machineries we are going to use, okay? Plant and machineries we are going to use. So plant and machinery is the fixed asset. Just now we discussed. We are using one machinery for your business operation long run for production activities. So over the period of time, what I told, the asset value is going to reduce, right? Asset value is going to reduce. The reduced part we are talking in accounting terminology, depreciation. So whenever you are using that machinery for your production operations, so over the period of time, the asset value is going to reduce. So that as per accounting, we are going to consider as a depreciation. So the depreciation value we have to post to your accounting. Okay. So what basis? Based on the usage basis, sometimes some companies only single shift it is working. Some companies they are running the 2 shifts. Some companies they are running the 3 shifts. So depends on the usage also, the depreciation charges it will increase. So general standard rates is there. Okay. Again, depends on your business usage. If you are using the 2 shifts, then usage is more, then reduction is more, right? Value reduction is more. So we have to charge the more depreciation. If it is going to use the 3 shifts, If you see some manufacturing industry, they are running 24/7. Means they are using that machinery 3 shifts. So generally government will tell for single shift, this is the depreciation rate. Okay, as per our requirement, we have to configure the system, more depreciation charges. Okay, and depreciation like this in my organization, I'm going to use the hundreds of machineries or thousands of machineries. Okay, each machinery we are going to buy into different dates, means different capitalization date. Okay, and value also it can be differ one machinery to another machinery. So all this is going to impact your finance, and all it is going to impact to your depreciation factor. Then how to calculate that values into depreciation, how to post into accounting. Okay, and other activities. So here what we are going to do, we are going to buy raw materials, right? If you take any manufacturing industry example, so what they are going to do, they are going to buy the raw materials and they are going to do the some production activities. So what purpose they are going to do the production activities?
For finished goods.
To produce the finished goods, right? So SD module, we are going to do the sales activities. Okay, finished goods we are going to sell. If you want to get the finished goods, what we are going to do, we are going to do the some manufacturing process, nothing but production process. Okay, so for that, whatever finished goods you want to produce, so we are going to buy the raw materials. So who is going to take care? Purchase team is going to take care of buying the raw materials, and also purchase team is going to take care of whatever machineries is required for production operations. Then by using all these machineries and fixed assets, we are going to do the production process. Then we are getting the output finished goods. Okay, service industry, nothing. So internal employees service they are going to provide. So service sale means example. Any organization, any service they are going to do the sale, example. Even service purchase, example.
Selling the goods to the customer.
That is goods or materials purchase, materials sales, finished goods purchase, raw material purchases, and we are going to do the production process, manufacturing process, and we'll get the finished goods and we are going to sell to customer. Suppose if take example Tata Motors. So what they are going to do, what they can buy, what they can manufacture, and what they can sell. They can buy the raw materials and they can sell the finished good. What is their finished goods? Cars, okay, trucks, JCBs, lorries, right? Their finished goods, Tata Motors, cars, and something motors, right? Motor related things. Okay, so Tata Motors, what they are going to do, they are going to manufacturing the cars. If they want to manufacture the cars, what they require? What they require? Raw materials. What are the raw materials is required to manufacture the cars?
Iron.
Okay, what are the raw materials is required?
Any tires?
Steel
Iron.
or first one is
Iron.
iron, right? Steel or iron, then Glass. So every car we are going to use the glass, right? So glass is the different to raw material. We cannot club all together one material, right? You have to consider as a separate material. Then like
Fibers.
hmm?
Fibers.
Fibers, okay, and some electrical item, batteries. We required battery, we required headlights, we required electrical wires, we required tires, we required some other things, right? So there are so many materials we are going to buy. So by using this all materials, what we are going to do? We'll do the production process. So in production process, we are going to use all these materials. Okay. So then we can able to get the different motors, not only cars. So we can manufacture other motors kind of. So like trucks is there, Tata, okay, big containers, lorries, okay, JCBs is there. So we are going to manufacture in the cars or trucks, something. So in production process, we are using raw materials, not only raw materials. What others we are going to use? In production process, not only raw materials. What are the other things we are going to use? Okay. So we require labor. We require machineries. We
Electrical.
required
Power.
power. We required water. Some manufacturing industry water is also more important for cleaning or some heating observes, right? So sometimes we are seeing news. If people try to explore your knowledge, outside knowledge also, not only book knowledge. Whenever we are seeing some news also, we are observing. So if you want to establish this manufacturing unit here, so government is going to see the natural resource availability, water, other facilities, okay, pollution effect, right? So we are going to observe government is going to provide this many TMC of water for this industry, right? So huge water also is required. So different operations purpose. So like so many other kind of materials also is required. Raw material is one thing, labor, machinery, power, and so machinery nothing but now our area is here fixed asset. So here what we are going to do, we are going to buy the fixed assets also. Required machineries. So then that machineries we are using for the production operations. So the machineries value is going to reduce day to day. That is, we are going to treat as a depreciation. We have to go for the accounting. And again, repairs and maintenance. Right? Any machinery is coming for the repairs, maintenance cost. Okay. And to run this machinery, we are going to use some fuels. So this all are production process. Okay. So wherever any financial impact is there, then so that is going to integrate with our finance. So here what I'm trying to say, every module it is going to integrate with other module. Okay, here in SAP, these are the front-end business operations, right? In SAP, each department or each functionality wise, we have the SAP modules. We have for procurement to process, MM module is there. And the sales process, we have SD module. And here HRM module. And we have here QM module, quality management. And here we have PP module. PP means production planning. Okay. So we have other modules. So our core model is here FICO. So FICO means finance and controlling. Okay, finance and controlling. We'll discuss more about our core module. Just I'm going to mention overall what are the modules is there. So, and also I'm giving the just idea about what is mean by functional modules and technical modules. Okay, so now you got some idea in procurement process, what are the activities we are going to do, what we are going to procure. Okay, for that in SAP, which module is going to help. Okay, similarly, then whatever materials we are going to procure. So what is main our objective? So we are going to do some manufacturing. So what we are going to manufacturing? Some finished goods we are going to manufacture. So here our example case. So I'm going to manufacturing cars. Okay, Tata Motors, what they are going to do? They are going to, here I given the example, more detailed example, one industry. Like so many industries is there, different industries, they are going to do the different to finished goods manufacturing. So relevant to, they are going to buy the raw materials. Okay, 80% is process is same, every organization, purchase, sales, production, and other operation, HR, finance. And a few industries, service industry, maybe little different process is there, retail industry, different process, outsourcing industry, different process. Okay. Then for all the sales activities, so we have the SD model and payroll process, HR, and whatever products we are going to manufacture or whatever raw materials we are going to manufacturing. Before going to release to market, what we require? We need to check the quality, right? We need to check the quality or not. Simply we will release something we produce that we will release to market. All right. Even if you see this pandemic time, last 2 years, we are seeing so many companies, they did so much R&D for vaccination and they are going to do after that some clinical trials. Then only they are going to, then they have to get the approval from government, right? So government need to give the certificate. There is no side effects or impacts. Then only the product will come into market. So here also any product, any manufacturing day 100% to they have to do the quality check. Then only they will release to market any product. So quality management one module is there. This is very small module. So this is production planning. And finally the products we are going to sell to customer. Sell to customer. Here purchase from vendor or supplier. Purchases from where we will get? So from vendor. Sales we are going to do the customers. And internal employees we are going to do the HR. Okay, so in our every organization, so there are so many employees are working. See what is the difference? So here labor I am mentioned here. Where in production process, is there any difference between labor and HR process? Is there any difference? Labor comes under payroll or it will not comes? Okay, labor it will not comes under our payroll. So labor comes under wages, right? In manufacturing. So temporary purpose we are going to use the labors and we are going to pay the temporary basis wages. Okay, it is not part of complete your payroll. Okay. Then I discuss little bit about technical and more we are going to discuss later. And finance department. So here finance and as well as we have one more module costing, right? Finance and costing module. So it is going to related to our core module is FICO. So if you observe, these are the front-end operation modules. Okay, so every module back-end, it is going to integrate with the back-end. It is going to integrate with the which module? Finance. So that is called as a MM and a FI integration. Okay, MM and FI integration. Similarly, we have SD. So here we have SD integration, SD to FI. Okay, front end they are going to do the sales activities finally, so that whatever product they are going to sell to customer, so the financial impact we are going to take to accounting. Okay, so again we are not going. The important thing is here. So why I'm going to mention it is integration process. So we'll see the automation. So everything means front end they are going to do the operations automatically. Whatever finance impact is there. So we are looking automatic accounting entry. Here, what we are going to learn? So we are looking automatic accounting entry. Again, we are not going to do the manual accounting process. So for that, I want to mention here, it is integration part. Similarly, HR people, they are going to run the payroll. So then backend, that impact we have to take to finance, nothing but accounting. So generally, what is accounting entry? Tell me, anyone? Payroll. So HR team, they are going to run the payroll. So it is going to impact your finance. Then what is accounting entry for finance?
Salaries or cash account.
Okay, what is accounting entry?
Salaries or cash.
Salaries account, debit or credit?
Debit.
Debit only.
Debit.
Salary is the expense for the organization, right? It is going to debit. Then we are
Cash
following
account.
the dual accounting system, right? Not only SAP, every ERP, even manual accounting also, we are following the dual accounting. Means each and every debit and credit, we should have the corresponding credit or equivalent credit. Then only it is legal accounting or proper accounting, right? Then I have, okay, debit salaries. Suppose I'm going to take one employee example. Like that in my organization, 100 employees is there or 1000 employees? We can multiply with the number of employees. Suppose one person is getting the some 50,000 salary. So assume that this is gross salary. Then what is the net salary? Maybe 46,000 or 45,000. So we have the other deductions, right? So generally, what are the deductions is there?
PF.
Yes.
Assume that this is my employee, one's employee gross salary is 50K. Okay. Itself assume that it is 45,000. Okay. Then, so what are the deductions is there? We have PF, we have TDS, we have PT. Okay. Some companies they are going to have ESI. Okay. And also other deductions. Some companies they are going to provide the cab service. So, cab service, it can be free of cost or it can be chargeable. Right? Some companies they are going to provide the cab free service. Some companies they are going to deduct from employee salary. So in this case, so whoever want to go by cab, they will prefer the cab. Otherwise, other people they are going to go by their own vehicle, bike or bus, car. If it is chargeable, then it is employee decision whether they want to go by cab or they want to go by their own vehicle. If it is free of cost, everyone is ready to go. So then, like that, we have to think each and every component to. So in salary pay slip, if you observe, we can see all these components. Okay. P of, assume that some 2000. Okay. PT is 200, right? Fixed. And TDS and PF, it is going to vary, depends on your salary, depends on company. Some companies more PF, some companies less PF. Okay. Assume that some 2000 and 2800 is the PF. Okay. So like that, HR team, they are going to maintain the employee database. Like each employee, they are going to maintain. If we have the 100 employees, 1000 employees, they will maintain database or not. It is going to vary one by one employee to another employee, right? It is not constant for all employees. So one employee like this, another employee some different to gross salary, different deductions. So this is HR job. First, they will maintain the database, and month ending, they are going to run the payroll. Then that financial impact, HR people don't know, right? What is debit, what is credit, which account this amount should go on to sit. Okay, whether this amount go on to sit into PL account or balance sheet account, that is not part of HR job. Okay, so it is part of accounting. Then what we are looking here, so whenever they are going to run the payroll, I want to automatic posting accounting entry. Whatever accounting entry I am looking, that should happen through system. Okay. So then, so what is the accounting entry? So the PF amount should goes to different GL or same GL account. You want to post separate entry, separate GL, or we want to post into salary account or something?
Separate GL.
PF is the liability for the organization, right?
Yes.
PF payable account. So I'm going to specify it is payable account. Why it is payable account? It is liability for the organization, right? So whatever PF they are going to deduct from employee salary, organization need to pay to government against employee PF number, right? So how much? 2,800 rupees. So here one employee example I'm going to take, and I'm trying to explain how it is going to impact our accounting. Then similarly, we are going to deduct the TDS. Then TDS also should goes to, is also payable account, right? Payable for the organization. How much? 2,000. PT. How much? 200. Then now tell me, this is debit entry or credit entry? These all are PF, TDS, PT. Is it debit or credit?
Credit entry.
It is credit. So it is liability for the organization, means it is future payable. Month end we are going to run it. Okay, so the next month, a certain period of time, we are going to pay to government. So till that time, it is payable, liability for the organization. Don't tell straight away accounting entry debit as a bank. Some people, they are trying to tell what is the salary account. Some people, they will tell salary account debit. Okay, credit. At least they will tell bank account. Some people, they will tell cash account. Okay. Tell this kind of account. Okay, so if you tell like this, accounting entry correct only. So debit credits is matching, expense is okay, fine. Overall payment is going out. But We are not following the end-to-end cycle. So if you tell like this accounting entry, where you are capturing this PF payables? We have to track, right? So what is the PF payable for this month? Then accordingly, we have to go to pay to government. So TDS payable, we have to capture somewhere in your system. Then later we'll go on to make a payment. PT, we have to capture somewhere in the system. Then later we are going to pay. Okay. So it is credit for the organization until you make a pay. So it is payable for the organization. So until you make a payment. So this is the future payables. Okay. And also it is, so it is immediate payables, means it can be within the 1 week time or 1 month time. So we can consider as it is current liability for the organization. Okay, right? So immediate payables or future payables means within the 1 month period of time or 2 months period of time. We can consider it is short-term payables or current liabilities. This is expense for the organization. Salary is the expense for the organization, right? Okay, then debit is 50,000, credit is how much? 5,000. So remaining 45,000 still we have the difference, right? Remaining 45,000 we have the difference. Then this 45,000 should goes to which balance we have the difference? Credit or debit?
Credit.
We have the credit balance difference. What is this?
Salary payable.
Okay, the credit should be, so part of payroll, they are going to complete their activity. So immediately it is payable for the organization. Okay, it is not going to happen payment at a time. So it will create as a payable for the organization. Is also, we can create as a current liability. Okay, so whether you are going to pay immediate or we are going to pay after some time, that is secondary. First, we have to book as it is payable for the organization when you are going to perform the payroll. Once you run the payroll, so in your system, we have to create as it is payable. Then how we are going to pay, that is depends on the organization to organization different. Some companies, if you see, they are going to pay the month ending itself, 38th or 31st. Some companies, they are going to pay the next month first. But payroll, they are going to run current month. December or November, they are going to run month ending. So, but they can pay the same day or next day or next month first. Some companies, they are going to pay next month 5th. Some companies, they are going to pay next month to 10th also, if you see the small organizations. Okay, most of the MNC companies, okay, they can pay the same day or next day, month ending. Okay. So, but whatever you are going to do, immediate payment or next day or next week or next month, we are going to pay. Sometimes we are going to see some companies, they're not paid salary this month, they are going to pay the next month altogether. Some financial crisis. You can see this kind of situations, right? But any kind of situation, the credit will be the salary payable. Then, so when you are going to make a payment, so salary payable account debit, and now what is credit?
Cash or money.
Now what is credit? When you are going to make a payment, now what is the accounting entry here? Now we are going to make a payment. So we are going to run the payroll in month ending. HR people is going to do front end. So back end, it is going to post automatic accounting entry. That is what we are looking from SAP. Okay, then finance team is going to make a payment. So how they are going to make a payment? Read it.
Bank account.
Cash or bank? Which one? Correct. How many people bank? How many people cash?
Cash account.
Bank.
Cash account.
Bank.
So anyone? So have
Bank.
you heard this word?
It is most of the they used to pay in cash.
Everyone knows, right? BRS.
Yeah, bank reconciliation system
When
statement.
someone is telling cash account to credit, then what is the use of BRS? Why you need to do the BRS? Salary
BRS?
credited, debited, cash credited is closed one, right?
Yes, contract.
Instant means immediately closed one. Nothing is pending. There is no BRS concept, right? If you go by cash, there is no BRS concept at all. So 99% of the payments, okay, we are not going to use the cash. And also cash, we have the limitation. Okay, so small amounts only we can make a cash payments, not big amount. So up to 20,000 we have the limitation. More than 20,000 we should not use the cash account. Okay, so here always we have to use the bank account. So maybe business having the multiple bank account, they can use whatever bank they want to pay. So the specific bank account we have to give as a credit. So as individuals, everyone having 2-3 bank accounts, right? Why we have 2-3 accounts? Every individual we have 2-3 bank accounts, right? So depends on, okay, our convenient. So some bank account maybe you opened in your native place, some SBI, something convenient bank. When you coming to city, so when you join one MNC, they are going to open one private bank account. Maybe some other purpose you open one more bank account. Okay, that is depends on our convenient. So as individual, everyone having 2-3 bank accounts. So you can imagine about one organization. Okay, so different to business requirement purpose, with different convenient purpose, they are going to open the multiple bank accounts. Okay, every organization they have the multiple bank account, not a single bank account. So they are going to prioritize payments. Okay, some of the payments they will go with the bank, so and so bank. Some of the payment they will go with another bank. So while making the payment, they are going to decide which bank they are going to use for the payment, like HDFC Bank. Okay, so bank is the current asset, right? So now if you use the bank account, then we need to perform the BRS. Why? Because when I want to make a payment through bank, so I can do the transfer payment. I can do the transfer payment, or else I can give the check. Okay, suppose if you give the check, even transfer payment also, I will come to that point later. Everyone can understand check payment. So today I'm going to issue the one check to banker. So I have to send the bank, then banker need to process it. It will take 1 day time or 2 days time. So till this period of time, it is not going to impact your bank balance, right? Today some 10 lakhs check payment I'm going to do, but immediately it is not going to impact your bank account, right? That 10 lakhs amount. It will impact or not?
Yes.
It will not impact, right? Immediately. At least it will
Will
take
not
1 day
impact.
time or 2 days time. Okay. So then, so in my SAP books, it is showing it is as a paid, some balance is reduced, but originally my bank account still this payment is not impacted, means it is showing the some more funds in my bank account. If it is one transaction or two transaction, okay, we can able to recognize, okay, So just now I issued some 10 lakh checks. It is not impacted my bank account, so that my bank balance is showing something different. Right? It is 1 or 2 transactions. Okay, we can able to recognize why this balance is coming different. If you go to big organization, so every day we are going to do the so many vendor payments, right? So salary is one of the month ending activity, but what about vendor payments? What is the accounting entry when you are going to make a payment to vendor? So ABC vendor account debit. Today I'm going to make a payment to ABC vendor account, some 2 lakhs payment. Credit what I will take? I will use bank account, right? And again, here I can issue the check, or else I can do the transfer payment. I can issue the check or I can do the transfer payment. So similarly, not only ABC vendor, right? So again, I'm going to make a payment to another vendor, XYZ vendor, some 3 lakhs payment. Okay. So these all are cases I'm using check, assume the check. So it is not going to impact immediately, right? So in this case, vendor case, what we need to do? I have to issue the check and I have to courier the check to my vendor. Then vendor need to go to bank, deposit the check. Okay. Then again, banker is going to take 1 or 2 days for the clearance. So we have 4 or 5 days gap here.
Oh,
So this,
excuse me.
Yeah.
1 second. Here, tell me we are paying to the doing payment to the vendor, right?
correct.
So why we are doing payment to the vendor? Because we purchased any raw material from him.
Yes, yes.
For example, correct, right?
Something we purchase, service or raw material or fixed asset. So
Yeah.
against that, we are going to make a payment.
Then vendor account should credit, right? We are paying to him.
At the time of invoice, it will credit vendor. See, what is the first step? Initial step, we are going to post the vendor purchase invoice, right?
Yeah.
So that time your vendor is credited.
Okay.
So debit will be your purchase account, right?
So are you saying we are going to enter two entries?
Yes.
One
Yes.
at the time of purchase and
But here I am not covering end-to-end AP process. Just part of this discussion.
Yeah.
BRS, why BRS is required? Just I'm trying to explain only this portion. Okay. So we'll cover another session on end-to-end cycle P2P, procure to pay. There I will cover. So whatever I mentioned here, headlines, right?
Yeah.
Just I mentioned here, people, they are going to do the purchase of service, goods or fixed asset. Okay. The end-to-end flow I will explain. So here, one of the process I'm trying to explain end-to-end cycle. So suppose, so here I'm talking about HR integration. So HR integration, what is happening? I'm trying to explain end-to-end process.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So the front-end process is, there are so many steps. We have to book the invoice. Before that, we have to receive the stock. Before that, we have to raise the purchase order. Before that, we have to do some inquiry, quotation. So all this process of integration. Okay. So I'm trying to explain why we need to do the BRS. Okay. If the salary case, okay, only monthly one entry, we can able to recognize how much we paid, how much is not impacted bank. Okay, what is my difference balance? So because of this reason, I come to know difference. But if you see the vendor case, every day organization, they are going to make a number of payments. Okay, so I'm going to issue the check. Okay, it is going to take some time for the clearance, 4 days or 5 days. So till this period of time, it is not impacted your bank account. So we cannot recollect, right? How many checks we issued, how much amount we issued to these people. Okay, how much is not impacted bank. So these all are the queries. Means general terminology, you can say transit. Something we are going to book in Amazon, Flipkart. So we paid money, but nothing we received. So we can say transit, right? So like that, it is in suspense account or transit account. So big organizations, everyday basis or weekly basis, monthly basis, they are going to perform the BRS. So what basis we are going to perform the basis? When you receive the bank statement. So when you receive the bank statement, what we'll do? When you receive the bank statement, so what we'll do? We are going to do the BRS in our system. So in this bank statement, we come to know, right? So you did some 5 payments or 10 payments. Whether all this payment is encashed or not. So if it is reflected in your bank statement, means the check is encashed, right? Exactly when you come to know this payment is encashed in bank statement. So when you see this transaction in the bank statement, we come to know. So then, so we are going to close this item. So until you perform the BRS, so we are going to put this entry in our SAP system as a open item or pending item. Whatever payments we are going to do daily basis, so immediately we are going to treat this entry as a pending item or open item in our SAP system. Okay, so when you are performing this BRS entry, then we'll treat as a it is closed item. Okay, like that we have to do the BRS. So why I am trying to explain this means, anyway, we are going to discuss part of subject. So here someone is trying to tell the cash as a credit. Then if you are going to use the cash concept, there is no BRS at all. There is no BRS concept at all. This is one of the big topic, important topic as well as, right? BRS is the one of the important big topic. So just I given the 2-3 examples here. So why you are going to do the BRS? Because of every day we are going to do the hundreds of payments. Okay, it can be check payment, it can be transfer payment. Those payments, it is not going to impact immediately in your bank statement. So if you see daily basis, what is my SAP balance, what is my bank balance? So always we'll get the difference. So for that only we are going to perform the BRS. Okay. So here just I given some brief idea about what are the SAP submodules, functional and technical modules, and more about every module, it is going to integrate with our FI. Every module, it is going to integrate with our FI. So just one example I explained here, how HR module is going to integrate with our FI. Okay. Similarly, we need to understand the MM integration process, SD integration process, and about our core module is FI. And core FI module, what are the FI submodules we have? We have, what are the submodules we have? GL, AP, AR, asset accounting. So part of these submodules only, we have some important topics. Tax, part of tax, GST, and we'll cover TDS. Okay, and banking. So just now I told you banking, part of banking. BRS is the more important topic. Okay, there are so many other things. Just I'm going to highlight the important topics, overall concepts. Okay, so tomorrow session we'll discuss about more our FI submodules. Okay, what are the submodules and what are the key concepts is there in this submodule? AP, what are the key concepts? AR, what are the key concepts? Okay, fixed asset, what are the key concepts? Similarly, we need to understand the CO module also, some important submodules. Okay, so most probably we'll complete this tomorrow session. So our core module, FI and CO submodules functionalities. Okay, then another 1 or 2 sessions is required to understand the MM integration process, SD integration process. Maybe this is required one session, this is required another session. So overall 4-5 sessions will get complete idea about SAP. Okay? And more about integration, how it is going to happen, we need to understand. Okay. So front end, what is the activities, and the back end, how it is going to do. Okay. So for that only it is required. So minimum 4 to 5 sessions. So we can consider these 4-5 sessions as a demo, or we can consider as the introduction. Okay. So we'll continue tomorrow, same 9:30.